Let's give a warm round of applause to the great, the terrific Howard the Magician.
Thank you. No problem.
Okay, Howard, it's all yours.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Marriott. Now, you're the sponsors. You've made all this happen. So it's time for you to get a little bit of recognition. Let me start with from Michael Davidson from USA Today. You take a step forward, please. Now, what can I say, sir? USA Today, the leading paper in the nation. I learned today that more of these are given out at hotels every morning than the circulation of the New York Times. That's not an illusion, but this is. I think you'll like it. This is an illusion that we're going to call the USA Today illusion. It's where you take the paper, you pretend to tear it into small pieces, sir, but in reality you don't tear it. It's just the illusion of tearing, or en español, la ilusión of tearing. Now, it's a fairly convincing illusion. A lot of people who've been drinking this early, they'll actually think they see separate pieces of paper. And if I told you I was using a USA Today magical squeeze welding patented process, you wouldn't buy it because you'd know as well as I, it was never actually torn. It's only an illusion. Well, thank you. Step back. And Bill Miller from the Wall Street Journal, please take your position, otherwise known as Brian.
Yes.
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Brian from the Wall Street Journal. Now, you could not do an illusion with the Wall Street Journal. It would not be seemly. So it would look the same at first, perhaps. And I know we do want this to be seemly, Brian. We would rip the seams of the paper like this, and while it would look like the same illusion, at the Wall Street Journal, ultimately, we'd have to give a detailed and glorified explanation of exactly how things got so ripped up and how to put it back together again. And that's all there is to it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's move on to Jim Stewart from LG. Is there a Jim Stewart from LG in the house?
Jim is a no-show, but I do have a LG phone I could loan you if you need one.
Well, that
for
would
this
be
next.
perfect. We have a bit of LG electronics. Now, I also learned today, a little fun facts, that LG has put in 150,000 LCD screens in Marriotts across the nation, most of which are actually in this room today. So we have a bit of fine LG technology. All we need at this point is a little Pepsi to go with it. Where's our Pepsi representative? Ah, Paul. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
Have a seat, sir. Paul, I'd like you to hold this LG technology to show us the synergy between the two companies. Synergy. Remember that word. Now, I have with me a bucket of Pepsi. Would you please verify the Pepsosity?
That's Pepsi.
Perfect. Because this illusion is where we take the glass full of Pepsi, we hold it over Paul. This is an illusion known as the acronym PALG-OP. PALG-OP. That's Pepsi over LG and Paul. Now, to do the illusion, you don't just turn it over on top of your Paul. Not seemly. You use what magicians call a secret thing. That's a technical term. I like to use these LA parking tickets because they're easy to get. And when you have one, they're fun to use. You tear the paper up, which is the fun part, and you dip it in the water like this. Now, with newspaper, we would dip once, but something this thick, and on this day, we dip twice. A couple of you over there, huh? You place it on top. It creates a seal. Can you hear the seal, sir? Sit still, and I got to tell you the great thing about this illusion, whether or not it works, it's funny. Okay, now let's put it over the LG so we risk everything at this moment. The thing is, you don't want to do this. This is called pushing it. That's another technical term. You're at risk of doing that. You do that, and it would come right out. And that's all there is to it. Thank you. Let me invite you.
Let's give a big round of applause to our platinum sponsors. Thanks very much, folks. Appreciate it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was good. Now, if we could have our elite sponsors come up. So Molinar Koger, please come up. Hodges Ward Elliott and American Express, come on up. Chantel, Gary, Mark, Bob. Bob and Bill, come on up. We can have you right over here. You never really know. We practice most of these things, so not all of them. So, right over here, please, gentlemen.
Rob Koger. Rob Koger, Molinaro Koger, who's enough of a boss to say, you do it. Come stand by me. Not the movie, just physically for a second. Now, you have the gold touch, I'm told, the Midas touch. Whatever you invest in, whatever you recommend turns into gold and multiplies profits. Is this true?
That's what I tell everybody.
That's where I heard it. Hold out your hands, please. These are called tribbles. We will experiment with this. You'll take both tribbles. I will get one. You get one. Squeeze tight. With this hand, get some invisible pixie dust. Put it on top. The other way.
Like this?
Yeah, do you feel silly doing that? You should try doing it for a living. Mine goes away. Take a look in your hand. Perfect. But wait, if you'll notice the astonished or not awake look on his face, you know he doesn't know exactly what he's done, so let's do it one more time. Take them both, squeeze tight, put your other hand on top. Put pixie dust, thank you. Put the pixie dust on top. That'll keep you awake in the morning. Open up.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Koger. Thank you. Which brings us now, of course, to American Express. For American Express, we have Gary, don't we? Come join me. Thank you for helping. Now, American Express card, I'm told it is the 50th anniversary of the card. Is that true?
That is correct.
In honor of this anniversary, may I borrow your American Express card?
Which one?
Not the platinum, you're in the elite one.
I don't have that. I don't qualify. Perhaps Mr. Marriott does.
I think I'll only risk yours. He does have a lot in there. Now, of course, the card stands out. Everyone knows that, but I do want to demonstrate. You may think, take this card for a moment. I brought with me a deck of lesser cards. I'd like you to say stop when you'd like.
Stop.
I hear that a lot. That's fine. Put it back. Now, to find it, we just move it around like this, and I'll show you that some people think that it stands out because it's the card that everyone who's anybody pulls out of their pocket here at the Marriott. I don't think so. I mean, look, if you looked at all of the cards, all of the cards, you see that they're all in the pocket. It stands out even if you have a lot in your pocket. So there's only one theory left. My guess is that it's the prestige factor that puts it in everybody's wallet here at the Marriott and other fine hotels. Hold that a moment. Actually, I'll hold that. You hold your cards. In fact, you really should not have lent out your card. I didn't want to chide you publicly, but take it out. Put it back in your pocket. Be safe with it. It's not here. What kind of protection plan do you have with this? Does it cover magicians at minor meetings? Because in this zippered compartment, it turns out... Well, would you open my zip? I can't say it that way. Would you undo this, please? In this zippered compartment, a sealed envelope. In this sealed envelope, notarized. Yours, sir.
Yes.
Give him a big hand, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Glad you got it back.
Finally, we have the brilliant investment people from Hodges Ward Elliott. I believe we have Mark Elliott present. Is that true?
No, go ahead, Mark.
Boy, everyone's passing the buck up here. Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Howard?
Good. Now, I wanted to call upon your expertise. I have invented, I've never tried it out, an investment device. This device, this is a new device that, should this work, it should allow an investment to enter wherever it needs to be faster than the speed of instantly. I think this will be useful in your corporation. All I need to do is borrow a $20 bill. Do you have one, sir? Excellent. This $20 bill, hold that up in the air for just a moment, would you, sir? And you do have...
Disappeared.
Kat, you are an investor. Bob, please take the bill from your pocket. But while you're here, I'd like you to hold my lemons. That's not like it sounds. Hold the lemons over here in the lemon holding spot, please. As we get the bill and we place it... Oh, actually, before we do that, I want to give you a quarter back. because at this point, the 20 is only worth about a quarter. So I'll give you a quarter of the bill with the serial number upon it. The rest of it goes into this expensive napkin called the Kim wipe. In as tight a ball as we possibly can. Did you have any questions at this point, Mark?
Not yet.
Okay, if you do, simply raise your hand. Goes in there. The whole thing goes into the bifurbilating Kim illuminator, in the Kim illuminating investment device. Now, should this happen, should this work out, it should end up in one of the lemons that your associate is now holding. Please pick a lemon, toss me a lemon. Great. Take the one that you picked, hold it as high as you can. That would be a little higher, I think. Perfect. You're not used to people telling you what to do, are you?
Exactly right.
All right, Bob. Are you feeling anything?
Not a thing.
I get that response a lot. You know, I really call this machine a Hodges-Ward-Elliottifier. And so you have to add the Hodges-Ward-Elliottifier. Cool. And according to my theories, it should have ended up in that lemon that Bob is now holding. Bob, would you hold that in both of your hands? Come step up here with me. Separate your fingers so I can pierce the flesh of the lemon while leaving yours intact.
I hope so.
Hopefully. Give it a little spin. A little more. You may see a pattern emerging here. He's good. He's good. Okay. Give it a pull. Looks like $1. Mark, could you verify this 20? See if the serial number and the other piece matches.
It does match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magic of our elite sponsors. Thank you. Well, I want to thank all of you. It's been an honor to be with you today. Thank all of our sponsors, our Platinum, our Gold, and our Elite. Usher them back to their seats.
Thank you very, very much.
And I'll see you all at the
Appreciate it.
carnival tonight.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, Bill.